What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. Got a nice little tag replay off of Devpro. This happened yesterday during the stream. This is Chemical Beast versus a whole lot of ABC Dragon level 5 or level 5 kind of rank 5 spammy. Other guys playing a whole bunch of banished stuff. And this was only like my second time playing Chemical Beast. I don't know why I decided to play them in tag. It's actually a very fun deck, and it's a deck that I'm actually starting to grow a little bit fond of. Now my build, full disclosure, is absolutely garbage. It is probably one of the worst Chemical Beast builds you'll ever see in your life. And part of it was I didn't really know how to build a deck, and then the other part was the chat they coerced me into playing terrible cards like Hippo on the main deck, like these troll cards. So I just will lose. But I'm trying to get the hang of it. Usually it takes me about 5 or 6 times dueling with a deck to try and see how it functions and how to get a hang of it. But this will probably be one of the worst displays of how to play Chemical Beast that you will ever see, and somehow it ends up working out. So let's go ahead and roll it. So they go first. They open with Galaxy Soldier, pitching one of the ABC Dragons, goes into another Galaxy Soldier, then Cyber Dragon Infinity, set 2 cards. This is me right here. I decided to Dice Foon. Now, oddly enough, he negated, which was weird, and then I chained Twin Twister, pitching my Supervise. I didn't have any monsters, so why would I want to keep 2 Supervises? It makes no sense. And obviously, I'm not going to just set Supervise. I don't know what the hell my tag partner is actually playing. So I set everything on the field, including my beloved Fairy Box. This dude opens up with Upstart, plays Dimensional Fissure, 1 day apiece, Pot of Cupidity, still has a card Demise in his hand. For all these people that think Pot of Cupidity is somehow balanced, like, you realize this guy could have, I mean, granted, this is not going to happen every duel as Upstart and 1 day apiece are limited, but this dude could have potentially drew 7 cards this turn. I don't even get, like, why just card of Demise, just get rid of that card. Pot of Cupidity, put it at 1. Actually, just put them both at 1, that'll be fine. So anyways, they gain a trillion life points off that, because remember, Soul Absorption is on the field while Dimensional Fissure is there too, although D-Fissure didn't really do anything. It was more about the fact that Cupidity banished 10 cards, so they gain a whole bunch of life points. It says over here that I'm on this side. I'm not. I'm on this side. It's just a glitch with Devpro. It happened in the other duel too, but they're at 21,000 life points. We're at 17 because of the Upstart. So honestly, it's going to be a while before anybody dies from, what's it called? They attack with Cyber Infinity for what reason? Because they played 1 day apiece. I don't really get that. We try to activate Sparkfield, but they negate. I don't really understand negating when your opponent has like 5 cards in hand. My attack partner summons the Crab, then activates Burnout. Unfortunately, Dioxin gets Bottomless, so at least we get the, At least we get the Hydrogen, or the Hydreigon, which is, it's got like 2,800 defense. Now they go for Norden into one of the ABC Dragons. We chain Fairy Box, and they don't negate. Unfortunately though, 5,000 attack from Utopia is pretty much getting over everything. And then we miss our coin flip, so we end up taking 23 to the face. Now this was my turn. I play Sparkfield again. I didn't think that they would negate, because this is their last negate, so they kind of have to hold on to it until it's something important. Plus we had 2 back rows, so one of them could have been Solemn. Now I said a Solemn, they don't know that, but I didn't think that they would give up their last negate, so it's like whatever. Now this dude top decks another Pot of Cupidity, because like the drawing of cards is just clearly what this guy's deck is revolving around. Like, and keep in mind he has a card Demise set, so his tag partner could possibly use that. Drawing cards is pretty balanced in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now the thing is, what I realized we might be able to potentially steal a game here. When he activated that second Cupidity, he only has 7 cards in his deck, and I was like, wait a minute, hold up now. You only got 7 cards in deck. We do have Fairy Box. Now, they tried to go Fairy Box, or they tried to negate our Fairy Box with Cyber Infinity. This was a misplay by me. I think what I should have done was, I think maybe I should have let the Fairy Box get negated, and then I should have went for Burnout's effect, and I should have summoned a high dragon from the grave, because it would have had 2,800 defense. It would have just sat there and been a wall. But I do want to keep the Fairy Box, so I end up using Solemn on the Cyber Dragon Infinity. But the problem is, we can't go Burnout off of the Utopia attack, because Utopia is Armades. So now my attack partner can actually do some stuff. He does summon Darkstorm Dragon off of the Sparkfield lets you summon big Geminis from your hand without tributing. He activates Supervise, and now he's going to Heavy Storm the field. It's actually pretty legit. Now, Supervise tries to trigger, but we don't have anything in our graveyard to get back, so rip. Now they top deck Regeki. It's kind of funny because there's 2 players in this game that are essentially out of the game. The guy that summoned the Cyber Infinity has nothing left. He top decked Regeki and played it, and I have nothing left either. I'm pretty much top decking as well. I top deck Trade-In. I think Trade-In is good in the deck because Chemical Beasts already have 2 8s. Plus, Gearfried is an 8, Darkstorm Dragon is an 8 too, so, like, there's a lot of 8s that you can run in these Gemini decks, and you can normal summon them because of the field spell, or you can pitch them and then get them back with, like, Swing of Memories. Now, this dude is just drawing cards for days. The thing is, he now only has 3 cards in his deck, and his back row is, like, kind of clogged, and, you know, we didn't know what they are. I assumed that they were defensive cards, but I was like, maybe we can just potentially stall this out, because his opponent or his tag partner can't play anything now. So we get Sparkfield out, another one off to Terraforming. Supervisors played. Then we start nuking cards on the board. We get a nice little attack through. We decide to blow up a couple of cards using Sparkfield's effect. Get Darkstorm Dragon back. Darkstorm Dragon is going to blow everything up because Heavy Storm is OP. What's it called? Dioxin comes back. Now, at this point, I decide to burn out Dioxin for my own Dioxin and my own copy of High Dragon. Now, I'm thinking I'm going to go into a rank 8 XC, obviously. And I'm like, they only have 1 face down. What's possible? What is it going to do? You know, I go into Methane DXC, which is a pretty good XC. You know what I mean? It makes it so our Geminis can't be targeted with effects. They can't be attacked. And unfortunately, they're kind of stalling. And the stall's working. And they top decked a fucking Fossil Diana. I'm like, Lord, please give me the strength. Because this is killing me, man. We end up ramming into, what's it called? Tag partner summons the Hawk. He summons the Hawk. We attack into Fossil Dyna. We lose everything. And I'm like, okay, this is how you tilt somebody, guys. This is just maximum levels of tilt. Like, literally, we should have this game. It's free, right? Nope. So I decide to try and dual summon my Hydrogen Hawk, Gemini summon it. I activate the effect. They just have all the dude top decks Solemn, and I lose basically all my resources. So now the good thing is, if you notice, this guy top decks Left Arm Offering. He only has 1 card left in his deck. So at this point, they have almost 24,000 light points. We're not going to kill them in battle. It's just not enough. Like, it's not enough damage. Like, we're better off just stalling. I think, right? We're at 9,700, so I think that we can survive 9,700. My tag partner summons the Crab. He's going to attack for 700. Not a lot of damage there, but it's like whatever. And dude top deck Silver Gadget. I think he's just going to run over the Crab, right? Okay, so we have an open field, and I think I top deck a Crab too. No, I top deck Twin Twister. I just set it and pass, and wouldn't you fucking believe it? This guy's last card in his deck is freaking Dp-Ygo. It's such a difficult name to pronounce. So this thing, I'm like, are we actually going to fucking lose to this? I'm like, this is ridiculous. The last card in this guy's deck now has 8,400 attack, and we are literally going to lose. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I can't believe this shit happens. So anyways, they attack, and what I thought you could use 1 burnout. Apparently you can use all of them. So you can see here, I end up activating 4 burnouts at once. That shit was OP. And then to the 4th burnout, I end up chaining Twin Twister just because I didn't want to risk, like, I didn't know if that was like a Vanities or something back there. Like, if that would have been Vanities Emptiness, I would have been extra salty because then none of them would have been summoned and we would have lost. So, you know, I end up Twin Twistering because the card in my hand doesn't matter. So we end up getting 4 monsters back. This is why burnout is the best card in the deck. Now, my tag partner said summon in defense mode, but I was like, you don't tell me what to do. I'm going to summon in attack mode. So it's now back on my tag partner. At this point, all we really need to do is just stall for 1 turn. He goes into the double Xyz, busts out the Photon Arm Dragon. That card gets blown up. He attacks, but again, they're at over 20,000 light points. We're not going to do enough damage to win. Homeboy top decks Terraforming, goes into Union Hanger. Union Hanger is so good. It's a field spell that's a Rhoda. And again, guys, ABC Dragon summons a bit Assault Core, then he equips I think he equipped B Buster Drake, and then he basically exchanges all of those out for ABC Buster Dragon. This card is, I can't believe I ever underrated it, or I ever underestimated. The card is ridiculously good. It's way fucking better than the Yugi version, the little Valkyria. That card is it's okay, but this one is like it's the whole show. So he summons that. Now unfortunately they can't do anything because he doesn't have a hand, so he can't activate the effect, but you know, I tapped that Solemn Strike. I said it. He tags it out, but it doesn't really matter because now it goes to his tag partner's turn. You know, he can activate the hanger, that's cool, but as soon as his tag partner goes, they lose because, again, he basically he activated Cupidity and too many draw cards, and he didn't really like do any damage. So we end up winning by the scummiest deck out you're ever gonna see. But you know what, man, you gotta take those wins. I'm not sure that they could have mounted our field anyways, considering the field that we had, plus we had a Solemn. Like, eventually we would have been able to beat through these because this dude, again, even if he had like a card in his deck, he would have been drawing the one card. So not sure that really would have mattered. But this is interesting. Again, this is my kind of first time dipping my feet into Chemical Beast. Deck is actually pretty legitimate. It's not nearly as bad as I thought it was. And this deck over here, whew, my God, look out. So anyways, thank you guys for watching as always.